Another long video. Why? Because we had a lot of success with this class as well, and we got some current players in the NFL now that are balling. Take a look at this list. NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, Dan Finity, our starting quarterback from last season, season 12, finished in 4th place. Bengals went 7-9. He got to get that touchdown number up though. Only threw for 2,864 yards. I don't know if he was starting from the get-go, but it looks like he had a pretty decent season. 81 overall, 93 throw power, 87 throw accuracy. Just got to get that accuracy up just a little bit more. But Dan Finity having a nice start to his NFL career. NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year. Let's see if we got anybody from Alabama State on this list. And oh, look at that. Buster Rhymes-Brown is named Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Look at his numbers. 101 tackles, 4 forced fumbles, 3 INTs. Maybe he'll record a sack in his second season. So not only was he named NFC Rookie of the Year on defense, but he was named Defensive NFL Rookie of the Year, man. That's a great start for Buster Rhymes-Brown. And he's just going to get better for Tampa Bay, man. Now let's go down the Pro Bowl list. Wait till you see this right here. Let's go on down the list. I'm trying to see if I recognize anybody from Alabama State, any HBCU player. As we continue to go down, we see this. In his second season with the Denver Broncos, Sheldon Money Green is a Pro Bowler. 71 receptions, 3 touchdowns, 841 yards on the year, almost 12 yards per catch. Maybe he'll get his first 1,000-yard season next year. So you see his numbers in his second season, 2 years left on his contract. The former Alabama State Hornet is balling. Can't believe he was a 3rd-round pick again. He would have been a 1st-round pick had he played a little bit better in his last year with the Alabama State Hornets. Now let's go further down the list. Do y'all remember this cat right here? Patrick Collier Ochocinco. His first season in the NFL, he's going to the Pro Bowl as a return specialist. Wait until you see his numbers. He was an absolute animal, just like he was for the Hornets. So let's go on over to his return stats. You're going to see here kick return. He has 2 kick returns for touchdowns this season, his rookie season that is, with a long of 94 yards. And then on top of that, he has 3 punt returns for touchdowns. 3 with a long of 72. So he's making his presence known in the league with the New York Jets. And yeah, man, it's just going to get better for him for the Hornets. So let's go even further down with the NFC. William Wade Wilson, aka Deadpool the Merchant with the arm, is a Pro Bowler. Got traded to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he made the most of his opportunity. Let's look at his stats. Yeah, that touchdown to interception ratio is a little bit too close, but nevertheless, he's a Pro Bowler. So Deadpool got traded to the Buccaneers. They gave up Gene Speedy Singleton. He was not happy with his role with Tampa, so they decided to trade him to St. Louis, where the Rams were at the time, for William Wade Wilson, the Merchant with the arm. And as you see right here, the Cowboys and the Patriots meet up in the Super Bowl. So Tommy Chavez and Henry Ortiz appear in their first Super Bowl with the Dallas Cowboys, but unfortunately for them, they would lose to the New England Patriots. And it looks like it was a defensive bout, man. Now remember, I don't think that Tom Brady is on this team anymore. I believe Tom Brady retired around this time. And yeah, so you see Tommy Chavez's numbers didn't really contribute. Only 3 receptions for 6 yards. Henry Ortiz didn't catch a pass in this game. But the Patriots are the Super Bowl champions. So now we go over to the draft prospects, and we find our first guy projected to go 1st round. Of course, you already know who it is. Justin Frankie, Beverly and Mays. 6'2", 200 pounds. Balanced running back. Great run power. Great hands. Terrible kick returner. That's crazy. He did a good job returning kicks for us. So let's go over to the wide receiver position. Now you already know who we're looking for. We're looking for our #1 wide receiver last season, and there he is right there, Reuben Studdard-Smith, projected to go between 1st and 2nd round. Now remember, Reuben Studdard-Smith could have been a guaranteed 1st-round pick had he had a better start to the season. Average run power with great hands, and look at the height, 6'6". That alone might get him drafted 1st round. let's go over to the tackle position. We're looking for our first guy, and as we're looking, look at this right here. We got a cat from Florida A&M, Maurice Carter. Amazing run blocking, amazing pass blocking, 6'4", 300 of them pounds. Yeah, those look like first round numbers. We go later on and we find Leo Pierce. Amazing run blocking, good pass blocking, 6'3", 306 pounds. Former left guard for us, projected to go 4th round. That could be a steal for whoever drafts him, man. Well, you never know. Going back down the guard position, we find another one of our starters. And this time it's Brandon Jenkins, 6'4", 337. Yeah, this cat right here could be a steal, man. Most definitely. Whoever gets him, gonna get a great guard for cheap. Let's go down the center position. Now we got Kelechi Powell, projected to go 6th or 5th round. My goodness, dog. Good run blocking, great pass blocking. 6'2", 306 pounds, balanced center. Continuing to go down, we got the guy that we had to move to left tackle last season, and that's Bob Russell. Now remember, Bob Russell won the Remington Award for the nation's best center, but he did all that at left tackle. Above average run blocking, good pass blocking. Over on the defensive side, we got this cat, Daniel Smith. Didn't really get a lot of action. 6'6", 274. He's a freak of an athlete, good tackling, pass rushing specialist, projected to go 3rd round. Let's see where he goes. Going down the line, Steve Harvey Lowe, projected to go 5th round. Another freakish athlete, 6'4", 241 pounds, amazing tackling. Age 23. I've noticed that ages for most of these players seems pretty up there. So then we go to Ron Parker, our defensive tackle. Now remember, Ron Parker missed half of the season last year, but he's projected to go 6th round. Then we got this cat, Ruben Alford, projected to go 1st round. Take that back, Ronnie Alford, projected to go 1st round, 6'5", 245. Run stop specialist, amazing tackling, below average hands. Didn't really catch a pick at Alabama State though. So now we got the man that led the nation in sacks, and that's Luke Rivera, 6'3", 235, projected to go 2nd round. That's crazy after the season he had. Run stop specialist, amazing tackling, good hands. DJ Andriano, another one of our outside linebackers, listed at 6'8", good God, 244, above average tackling, above average hands. Doug McCaleb is projected to go 1st round. A cover Mike, amazing tackling, good hands. He led the team in interceptions last season. He should have been up for one of those defensive awards at the linebacker spot, man. Criminal that he was not. And then we got this cat from Alabama A&M, and it just hit me. This is James Madison, the cat that transferred from Alabama State, went up to Huntsville, and now he's projected to go 5th or 6th round. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Jeff Jenkins, our starting free safety, hard-hitting free safety, projected to go 4th or 5th round. And then we got this kicker. Oh, that's our kicker, Jamal Houston. Great kick power, above average accuracy, projected to go undrafted. Let's see where he goes. And I believe we had one more. Oh yes, we had this cat out of Howard, Ty Tidwell. So Ty Tidwell has great kick power, above average kick accuracy. So here comes draft day, and draft day goes. And again, we have multiple 1st round picks. The first one is Ruben Studdard Smith, 14th overall pick, from Yonkers, New York to Montgomery, Alabama. And now he's an Arizona Cardinal on his way out to the West Coast in the desert. I guess Arizona really liked what they saw with Ruben Studdard Smith. Just 22 years old, plenty of football left in him, man. So Ruben Studdard Smith, with his height, the NFL scouts, especially the Cardinals, brought him in for a personal workout. They liked the fact that he had height. They liked the fact that he could move. He was very agile. And they was concerned about some things. They were concerned about how he started off last season with the Alabama State Hornets, and then he kicked it up. Could have potentially won the Biletnikoff Award. But nevertheless, Ruben Studdard Smith is a 1st round pick. And now he's looking to make the most of his opportunity out there in the NFC West with the Arizona Cardinals. Now, he's able to get open. He has ability to get great separation from defenders. And on top of that, man, if he continues to improve on catching the football, aka not dropping it so much, he will become a big impact for the Arizona Cardinals. Let's look at his numbers. Look at that, 4.3240. Very rarely injured. This one will always be ready. Look at that amazing interview. They must have really loved him down there in Arizona. So, 25 overall, Justin Frankie Beverly Mays goes to the Raiders. That's right. During this time, they were in Oakland. As we know in real life today, they're in Las Vegas. But this is a perfect landing spot for Justin Frankie Beverly Mays, the former 5-star running back from Northport, Alabama, right outside of Tuscaloosa. Is now in the AFC West. So now we got our first two players. One's in the NFC West, the other one's in the AFC West. Justin Frankie Beverly Mays is the complete running back, as we saw throughout his entire 4 years with the Alabama State Hornets, setting a new standard all-time for career rushing touchdowns with 110. Look at that ability to break tackles. Look at that vision and that burst in the open field. Once he gets in that open field, you're rarely going to catch him. He also has the ability to return kicks and punts, has the ability to catch the ball out the backfield. There's so many things that the Raiders can do with Justin Frankie Beverly Mays. Now, when he needs to, he has the ability to kick the ball to the outside, cut the corner, and it's off to the races like he did here in the SWAT championship game versus Texas Southern. He was unstoppable that day, and of course, he won the Heisman Trophy. Creative runner who carries defenders and breaks arm tackles with ease. By the way, pause the video if you want to see their combine stats. But congrats to Justin Frankie Beverly Mays. Doug McCaleb goes in the second round. The Kansas City Chiefs got a linebacker for cheap, a really good one. 50th overall pick. He is on his way also to the AFC West. Now, what Doug McCaleb brings to Kansas City is ball hawk ability. Again, led our team in interceptions with 10 of them as a linebacker. And on top of that, he's able to stop the run. He can be effective in pass coverage. And yes, he will strip the ball for me. He is a linebacker that's no doubt a ball hawk. When he gets around that ball, please believe it's in danger for the offense. Doug McCaleb, look at this right here in the cover 3. Doug McCaleb caught all his interceptions in this coverage, by the way, as most of our linebackers did. But Doug McCaleb was different. I believe he was the fastest linebacker we had at the middle linebacker spot. He was all over the place, just kept hunting down the football no matter what he did, like he did here against Florida A&M. Slant pattern right there. Doug McCaleb stripping the ball out. We get it back. The whole check defense was on one last season. Doug McCaleb had to sit behind a lot of great linebackers before it was his time. Finally got his chance to start as a senior, and he made the most of his abilities, and he just continued to improve until it was his time. Now, he ran a 4.68. Okay, so he was slower than I thought. But Doug McCaleb is going to do some special things in Kansas City. So now we got Ronnie Alford. He's an Indianapolis Colt. This is a hard hitter. Great at stopping the run. So-so with the pass, but for the most part, he's a very good run stopping specialist. And he will knock you out and force a fumble. For example, right here versus the Jackson State Tigers. By the way, second round pick, and he was 54th overall. Look at that. Baptizing that running back with the holy water. So yeah, he knows how to bring the boom, man. He will knock you out, and he's going to be very effective with the Indianapolis Colts. So here's another great example right here. A 2nd and 8 situation, I believe right here. This is where he forced the fumble, and there it is right there. And Doug McCaleb's all over the place. So you're going to see a lot of Doug McCaleb around the football in some of these highlights. So Ronnie Alford is going to get his opportunity out there in Indianapolis, the AFC South, and they need him badly out there. Look at that ability on man-to-man coverage to get to the linebacker. Now right here, he's going to force another fumble against Jackson State. He just knows how to disrupt the football. Just like Charles Wilson said, you disrupt the ball, it will fall. And look at that. Doug McCaleb scooping it up, going into the end zone. So let's look at the numbers for Ronnie Alford. He's a tough, durable athlete that's never injured. Look at that. 27 bench press reps. Amazing interview. Congrats to run the off foot. Now, we have no highlights of this cat, but Maurice Carter of Florida A&M ended up getting drafted second round to the New York Jets. Congrats to him. Luke Rivera, 63 overall, still second round. Luke Rivera is a Dallas Cowboy. Now, this cat right here, you want to describe Luke Rivera? Think of Micah Parsons. Perfect example. Always in the backfield, always wreaking havoc on the edge. Remember, Luke Rivera led the nation in sacks. He had over 20 of them. He couldn't set that record, but that was cool. He still had an amazing season and built up his stock to go in the second round. A lot of people argued that he should have went first round. I have no idea why, because I can't name a team that doesn't need a linebacker like Luke Rivera. Here he is right here versus Florida A&M, getting to the backfield using that speed, wreaking havoc with the quarterback. He was all over the place in that backfield this past season. A 4.3840, dang!
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Faces up and delivers good pop and explosion behind his tackles. Imagine a player like this going second round and not first round. That's absolutely nuts. Leo Pierce goes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A great run blocker that can open up gaps for your running back. This is something that's seriously needed. In Tampa Bay, they're still trying to improve that offensive line, and Leo Pierce is a perfect start. A third round pick, 73rd overall. Here he is right here on the left side. He has great leg drive, man. Able to push defenders back. Nobody touching Justin Frankie Beverly Mays until he gets to the end zone. Look at this play right here against North Carolina State. He's going to push that man back. Going to clear space for Justin Frankie Beverly Mays. Going to take it to the outside, get the first down. Leo Pierce is something that Tampa Bay really need. They have been losing badly in the NFC South, and they want to turn things around. So as you see, he just knows how to clear up space, man. Leo Pierce, once you get engaged with him, you're not going to get loose as a defender. Here he is right here against Arkansas Pine Bluff. This time in pass coverage, holding that block off long enough, and then he gets that pass off. Really emerged as a talented drive blocker last year. That is absolute facts. 30 bench press reps and a great interview. Congrats to Leo Pierce. Daniel Smith, third round, 92 overall. He's going to the Detroit Lions. And we don't have much film on him, but we do have some footage for you in the preview A&M game. Here he is right here being circled. This was when the game was out of reach. Now, Daniel Smith played a lot in garbage time, but as you see right here, you see the potential, but he got to get his leg strength up, man. He got baptized with the holy water by the running back. So according to the scouts, he does not have the lower body bulk to stay low in his tackles. He's got to work on that, man. If he's talking about playing in the NFL, no doubt about that. But congrats to him. DJ Andriano. We didn't have nobody go in the fourth round. So here we are in the fifth round, 143 overall. Tampa Bay takes another HBCU player. DJ Andriano is a buck, 6'8". He brings a lot of height to this defense, and he's going to be looking to wreak havoc, especially in the run game. Tampa Bay might have some packages for him, man. So you see how he bursts through that gap to get that tackle. Here he goes right here. You're going to get some footage of him in coverage this time. In the cover three, stepping back to pass. You see the potential. He just got to react faster to the ball. But Andriano's in the league. He's an average tackler for an outside linebacker. That is cap. Average interview, 24 bench press reps, 4.6840. A lot to improve on for DJ Andriano. Jeff Jenkins, fifth round, 147 overall. He's a Miami Dolphins, 6 foot tall, 233. Pretty big for a free safety. Man, my goodness. But anyway, so Jeff Jenkins brings ball hawk skills, box skills. The man can hit you. The man can cover. Here he is right here versus Kansas State, getting his first interception of the season, man. And he was very valuable to us on defense. Under pressure right there, and he picks that pass off. I believe he had 2 or 3 interceptions on the season. Jeff Jenkins is going to be very valuable to the Miami Dolphins, man. But please believe he's going to have to move up on that depth chart. So let's see what they say about him. A 4.5340. Great interview. Never injured. Solid as a rock. No doubt about that, is 6 feet tall, 233. Steve Harvey Lowe is our Raider, 6'4", 241. 5th round. So again, remember, the Raiders are in Vegas right now. Steve Harvey Lowe is from Nevada. So technically he's going back to his home state. 153 overall. There he is right there on the left side. Watch him get knocked on his ass, come right back up. He's persistent. He's persistent on plays. He knows how to get to the quarterback. Wish he had done more of that though at Alabama State. Here he is right here, going to wreak havoc, get into the backfield and make a play on the impact player. Great job that was right there. And of course, everybody remembers that hat trick in that SWAT championship game from season 11 where he got the sack, forced fumble, and the fumble recovery. But look at him right there against Mississippi Valley State, straight wreaking havoc in the backfield. Let's look at his numbers. 4.40.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Look at that terrible interview. Seems to miss too many plays with silly injuries. To be fair, he was injured a good bit, but nothing too serious. Congrats to him, though. He'll turn it around. Kelechi Powell, Washington. Goes in the 5th round, 6'2", 306. This is criminal. This is one of the best centers we ever had, man. Kelechi Powell never got injured. Was always available to play. Look at this right here. Holding down the 4 under center. 5th round pick, 158 overall. And he was able to hold that middle up long enough to get runs off, to get passes off. Here we are right here versus the Southern Jaguars, up 21-0. And right now you're going to see it right here. Look at Kelechi Powell hold up that block, and then he gets that pass off. Brian Beno Cook in the end zone. Look at this block right here versus the Grambling State Tigers. Holding the block long enough for Justin Frankie Beverly and May to squeeze by, get that first down. Congratulations to Kelechi Powell. Now, they say he shows the proper leg base and anchor and pass protection. I do agree with that. Better pass blocker than run blocker in my humble opinion. Congrats to him. The Remington Award winner, the man who had to play left tackle last season for us, goes in the 6th round. This is so disappointing and very shocking at the same time. But we had to put him somewhere in order to make an impact for us. Nevertheless, he is in the NFL. 6'2", 301. He will be playing center, but right here you're going to see him at the left tackle spot. Look at him hold that block for Justin Frankie Beverly Mays and taking that thing all the way to the crib. He was an absolute monster for us, man. An absolute monster for us on the left side of the offensive line. Could have won Best Offensive Lineman of the Year had he been up for that award and not for his position. So here he is right here again, going to hold off that block. Justin Frankie Beverly Mays got a lot of yards following Bob Russell. Let's look at the numbers for him though. So it says screens off the defenders upfield and sets up well in the run game. I definitely agree with that. Look at that, 33 bench press reps. That interview is probably why he went so low. Brandon Jenkins, another one going to the Raiders. Brandon Jenkins goes in the 6th round. Our right guard, so just about everybody on our offensive line got drafted in this class, just like last time. 6'4", 337 pounds, man. Dude's a mountain. So here goes Brandon Jenkins right here versus Bethune-Cookman, 6th round, 185 overall. This is what the Raiders are going to get. Look how he clears space for Justin Frankie Beverly Mays and gets that thing to the crib. Justin Frankie Beverly Mays is going to be so good with the Raiders, man. Here he is right here, SWAT championship game. Watch him hold off this block. We're going to get this pass out to Jason Rosa Parks for his 2nd touchdown catch of the season, man. So yeah, Brandon Jenkins is going to be a good asset to the Raiders. 26 bench press reps. Really emerged as a talented driver blocker this season. So congrats to him. Ron Parker gets drafted despite missing over half of the season. So he's going to Denver, 6 feet tall, 316. Ron Parker is a man that will wreak havoc not only in the run but in the pass. Look at this play right here in the Sugar Bowl versus the Cincinnati Bearcats. Watch how he baptizes this quarterback with the holy water. We recover the fumble right there. He would definitely wreak havoc in the interior. So The Broncos got somebody for cheap, a good defensive tackle for cheap, but he needs to stay healthy. So let's look at his numbers. He once registered 12 sacks in a high school game as a senior, 32 bench press reps. Great interview. And then last but not least, we got James Madison, the former Alabama A&M Bulldog who transferred from Alabama State. We have no highlights of him though, but he did get drafted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the 7th round. So let's see what they said about him. 4.31. That's a good sign for a cornerback. Seems to keep himself pretty healthy. 8 bench press reps. I'm pretty sure they want him to get his strength up. He got the speed already. So that concludes this NFL draft. Join us next time. We'll be over on the Delta. Peace.